Nah, Joe Biden's fully lost his marbles at this point. Dark Brandon. No, the alt text go crazy.
Baba Booey.
WestJett.
What is up, sukas and bazookas? WestJett 615, Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're going to be talking about U.S. President Giuseppe Biden. Sitting in my house on my Cheeto-encrusted Twitter, and I see this Joe Biden tweet, and suddenly I'm pondering the existence of life. Why would an 81-year-old man tweet this? Was he, like, late to the NFT craze or, like, the crypto boom? Remember when all those nerds made their profiles, like, laser eyes, and then as soon as they lost their mortgage, they changed it back? Yeah, well, I thought Joe Biden was making an altcoin. I thought we were getting Biden coin, so I was excited. I was ready to invest. Anyhow, as a former NASA intern scholar, I did my due diligence and I found out that this was actually because of the Super Bowl. That's right, sports. Get this, it gets even crazier, 1,000 times fold. So that tweet was a response to a grand conspiracy that the Super Bowl is going to be rigged, the Chiefs were going to win, and Taylor Swift, whose boyfriend's on the Chiefs, is going to endorse Biden. And apparently Taylor Swift got millions of fans, and for some reason they care about her political opinion. That just, shows how smart they are. That's a singer. I doubt she really knows what's going on. Let's make housing more affordable and lower taxes. Yeah, I doubt she's singing about that. And like, as a Canadian outsider sitting on the sidelines, having a gig, having a jolly old laugh, I don't know what to believe. Like, to be honest, the conspiracy isn't that crazy. It's not like they're reaching as far as the flat earth here. Like, it genuinely could happen. She could genuinely just stand up during the halftime show and be like, vote Joe Biden, save our country. But at the same time, it's also a bit of a reach. And I find it goddamn hilarious that the Americans can't even enjoy a sport without making it political. Let's just imagine Mexico, everybody's hanging out watching the real football, might I add, and everybody suddenly whoops out a vote for Pedro shirt. Like, what? Anyway, Donkey Kong Trump also got in the mix and had a couple nice things to say about Taylor Swift. So he apparently called her disloyal if she endorses Biden. Now, I thought he was saying that she's cheating on her boyfriend and this was going to be some juicy, spicy drama, but he meant a disloyal to the government, and that was crazy. He said there was no way she could endorse crooked Joe Biden and would never be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. Anyhow, the Super Bowl ended. Taylor Swift never ended up endorsing Biden, and the conspiracy theory was proven false. Anyhow, Joe Biden wanted to rub some salt in the wound and, fair play. I'd probably do the same if I was a politician, but I'm still refusing to believe that an 81-year-old man that just edited laser eyes on himself, it was definitely his counsel doing it. I was kicking my feet in the air looking at some of these Twitter replies. It was goddamn hilarious. Like, when I saw this, I didn't know the context. I was like, what am I looking at? Like, is this real? How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real type of thing, right? Joe, what the fuck? Now, I agree. Fuck the Super Bowl conspiracy. Joe might have just swung the election himself with a dank 100 emoji meme. Well,
Checkmate, pussy.
like, how we go from football to a conversation about, like, 100-year-old geopolitical conflict is beyond my understanding. But, that's what American politics is like.
And I don't count drunk driving as a felony.
This is proof to all of Joe's haters calling him senile and geriatric. Yeah, well, he's on our side. It's the drunk crashers that are always bad. I thought this was a parody account, but nope. It's the president of the United States. And honestly, Elon Musk parody, that's exactly what I thought. Now, the libs of TikTok crazy account called it creepy AF, and I think they're exaggerating a bit, but S-Fan tweeted, which in turn tweeted this, and yeah, he hit the nail on top of the head here. I know I'm doing the Leafy bit where he's like literally 81-year-old man, but like usually the people were like 30 or 40. This dude's literally like a kidney stone, a walking kidney stone. Are these two fossil watchers the best people, the best candidates America has in the whole country? If so, then goodbye. Joe Biden's been around since World War II, and Trump immediately after. They've seen the Berlin Wall, but throughout all the comments, this one was my favorite. This dude just said it's cringe and he's mentally unfit to be president. Like, you could have just called it a cringe, but he had to call him out. He had to call him mentally unwell, and that somehow that got to me. Now, you might be asking me, WestJett, what is this Dark Brandon thing? What does that even mean? Well, ironically, there was another sporting event where, people were chanting fuck Joe Biden, and, his team said that they were actually chanting let's go Brandon, so he's sort of like easing into the meme. He googled that self-deprecating doesn't give the bullies any fuel, and he's testing the theory for himself. He's doing the funny old relatable Shane Gillis strategy. Love that guy.
We could hear him crying, I said.
I sort of understand why the conspiracy was initially a thing. The NFL literally had a camera just for Taylor Swift, but then again, it's also Taylor Swift. It doesn't have to be like conspiratorial or political. She's like a massive deal. She's like one of the only female billionaires whose source of income isn't divorce, so that's a big deal. Now that all the girls are gone, like this video and this cool F-150 will appear at your house.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has asked Taylor Swift to not endorse Joe Biden.
And like the fact that a singer can be so influential, like it's crazy. Like people would just vote on what she has to say. And I can't get over it. Like you don't even read the policy. You don't know what anybody really even stands for. And they still just vote based off like who they like. It's so funny.
It's just, I think he's trolling. I guess he's trolling. And in that sense, it's good banter.
Even the Australian news are laughing at Americans. They're saying that he's trolling and that it's good banter. Like, you can't make it up. The USA has become a laughingstock for the world stage. The fact that sporting events are politically compromised now, that singers are used as literal, like, weapons of political warfare is crazy to me. It's like a movie. Most of these people couldn't even tell you what Trump or Biden have done in office, not gonna lie. Like, they don't even know what acts are passed. They're just sort of operating on a us versus them basis.
If Taylor Swift were to get behind one of the presidential candidates, nearly 1 in 5 people say they'd likely vote for her pick.
I know we got ADHD sidetracked in this video, but the fact that this is true and the news are reporting on this is ridiculous. Like, it's Taylor Swift. I wouldn't even trust her opinion on what the best Doritos are. Who cares? It's just a singer at the end of the day. Anyway, let's wrap it right back into the photo. I think it had the right effect. You know, it got 200 million impressions and views. Just like we drew it up. That got some, like, serious anime kid energy. Like, it's crazy. This wasn't on my 2024 bingo card. I didn't think Joe Biden would be out here, like, going full NFT bro on us, but hey, I guess that's the case. I'm not saying nothing about this one, but this was probably the most insane reply I've ever seen in my life. If I was a player on the Chiefs, you know, I'd be sort of pissed off. Like, I was training for this. I got the dub, and, like, people are talking about Joe Biden and Taylor Swift instead of my hard work and the W. Like, I'd be... Imagine a young boy, you know, it's his dream to win the Super Bowl. He trains for, like, 20 years, becomes a pro athlete, and then he becomes a spectacle for some politics. At the end of the day, I don't feel like this is that big of a deal. The people that are calling Joe Biden creepy AF or like literally calling him Satan are going a little too far. You know, they're exaggerating it a teen bit. But yeah, that said, this photo is cursed as hell. And it's literally the most deep fried meme of like 2013 era. But I think the thing that makes it the funniest of all is the conspiracy theory that started during a sporting event about a singer that could swing election results. Both the left and right united, brothers in arms, distracting people from the Super Bowl. American politics are like back in the day gladiator arenas, you know what I mean? Like, you're sort of like, as long as you don't got foot in the game, it's like content to watch people going back and forth at it. That said, my goal of today's video was sort of to show you guys the absurdity of the situation. I'm not really picking any sides because I'm not an idiot. I'm trying to milk you guys for money as hard as possible. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, you, Jimmy. I'm looking at you, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, wake up, Jimmy. It's at the end of the day, I guess Taylor Swift's the real winner in this situation. You know, she's hanging out. Her boyfriend just won the Super Bowl, and both the presidents sort of look like clowns. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah, special like on this video, and let's whip it Nene on the hose. Stay classy, stay cool, and don't be a fool.
Let's go! 'Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away.